Hey guys, welcome back to my new video. And today we have with ourselves Dr. Manoj, who has aced this FMG January 2025 examination with a marks of 256. So today I got the opportunity to have an interview with Dr. Manoj, and I will not tell anything much. I will let him speak about his strategy, what was his thinking during the exam, his review, everything. He will tell you about his all the strategies which he did so that you can also get a good marks in your next exam. So over to you, doctor.
Thank you so much for your wishes, sir. I want to say this to everyone that whatever uh, we talk in this video will be true. Like I'm not going to give any false review about any platform. I'll give you the list of the subjects which I read from different platforms so that we can you can make a use of it. So let's begin. So myself, Dr. Manoj Gowda. I'm natively from Mysuru, Karnataka. I joined MBBS in 2019 and graduated in 2024 June. I did my MBBS from SSR Medical College, Mauritius. So I started my preparation in the third year of my MBBS. So at that time I brought Maru. It was edition 6. So that's how I started the uh, coaching for the FMG exam.
Okay, so what is the course duration of your MBBS?
It's 5 years.
It's 5 years in Mauritius.
Yeah,
Okay, so
yeah,
you started your preparation for FMG in third year. So please
yeah.
tell about the timeline, like how many subjects you did in your college, how many exams you give, and after coming to India, what was the preparation?
So when I started, it was in 2022 August, I guess. I brought Maro. That time I began with ENT, ophthalm, community medicine. I initially tried medicine as well. I did half of cardiology as well, but and then I felt like I can't finish all subjects completely. So I didn't continue medicine. So I just dropped the plan of finishing medicine. So what my whole idea was to finish whatever subject I read, it should be complete enough, and I should complete all the main videos and complete all the Q bank and the previous year questions. So in third year, I finished the ENT, Opthal, and community medicine. All main videos, all the Q bank, all the 10 years of PYQs of. I did even AIMS, Neetpg, and Fmge. All these three I did. Then once I entered my final year, I started with medicine, surgery, OBG, and pediatrics. I didn't focus much on ortho, this small subjects, because many of my seniors told that ortho it comprises very less marks, so I didn't focus much. And also, I wanted to save time for medicine. What I did is like we know that medicine is having around 240, 250 videos in Marrow. So what I did is like I watched only the revision video for surgery, but I read the main notes of surgery. Main notes I read. I watched like 2, 3 times of rapid revision videos of surgery from Marrow, and I read the content from the main notes. So that saved me like around 60 hours. Surgery time duration. I saved that for medicine. OBG, I did all the videos, have the QBank. Medicine, I could not do the QBank. I did about 50 QBank, I guess. Rest all these four subjects, I did all the QBank. And I read like 2 times actually. All four subjects, I read main notes 2 times. I read all four subjects. And also I did a bit of dharma, but not into depth of understanding. I just did for the sake of getting view of because in our college we don't do it. You know. Very in depth. We just do for only for the it comes only for 5 or 10 marks in our college. So we didn't do much of these small subjects.
Okay, so this much subject you have completed in your college only. And after coming
Yeah.
to India, what was your strategy in this 6 month strategy? Like from where you studied, what are the things you studied? Did you do grand test, MCQs, rapid revision, main videos, everything?
So during my third year, fourth year, I regularly gave subject tests. But after coming here, I knew that I can easily do third year, fourth year subjects because I've already done the main videos of third year and fourth year. So my whole target was to finish first year and second year subjects now. So I dedicated about 2 to 2.5 months for first year and second year subjects. I can give you the list of subjects which I did from different platform. For the subject like physiology, ENT, opthal, community medicine, and medicine. Community medicine and medicine during college time I read from Marrow, but during the last 6 months I read from Preparator. Community medicine and medicine. OBG, surgery, pediatrics, anesthesia, derma, all these things I read from Marrow only, revision videos during this last 6 months. Of course, I did main videos during my college time, but I did only the revision videos in last 6 months. From preparator, I did pathology, microbiology, community medicine, and medicine. These two subjects I did in only last 6 months. Okay, and then cerebellum, I watched anatomy, biochemistry, pharma, forensic, psychiatry, and radiology. These subjects I did revision videos of cerebellum in these last 6 months. And then BTR, it's only for people, only if they're interested. Actually, it's not necessary. I feel you can easily gain knowledge through this revision videos itself. Revision videos is only for the people who want to prepare exponentially and they want to score good marks in their upcoming NEET exam. It's not for the FMG candidates, I feel, because it will be overwhelming for you because you need to revise all the revision videos as well. So you need not to study, I feel, BTR to pass FMG. Even if you want to score more than 200, you don't need BTR, I feel. You can easily score with revision videos itself. If you want to score more than 240, 230, then you need a BTR, I feel. BTR is basically adds about 15, 20 marks to your uh, revision notes ka content marks. So you can drop if you want. If you are having a plan to study BTR, it's not that necessary, I feel. You can leave it.
Okay, so give some tips about grand test because many people say that grand test is important. What is your opinion about it?
So grand test is important, but it should not be like give grand test all the time and not saving time for revising your syllabus like subjects. So what I did is like in the beginning, I gave my first GT on July 15th, actually the day of my preparation. So I gave like 60 questions, but I was feeling like I don't know anything because in paper one ka GT, there'll be more of first year, second year subjects like anatomy and all those things. I didn't remember much from first year, second year. But those are my weaker areas. So once I gave my 60 questions, I quit the GT and I waited for results just to see how much would I got out of 60 marks. So I got about 40 to 45 questions right, I guess. So then I got some confidence. Okay, I can do something. Then I gave my second GT, like first complete stage GT is on 1st of August. I got a score of 231. As I said in my interview in Marrow, it was result of a third year, fourth year subjects. And as we know that CM, surgery, and OBG medicine comprises most of the marks. If you do all these
Hmm.
main subjects, you can easily score 150 marks there itself. Okay, so I got the 231 marks because of these main subjects only because I did the from the main videos. Around two in out of 231, I scored about 70 marks by guessing only. It was not with confidence. I just got it by to come. I just got it. So after that, second GT I gave on 15th of August. So my one of my
Hmm.
friend told give GT every 2 weeks once. Then I gave my second GT on 15th of August. That time I got 241, I guess. That one. By then I had finished only like three or four subjects, I guess. Patho, pharma, micro, and anatomy, I guess. These four I did by second JT.
Hmm.
Uh, so my marks was always fluctuating above 230 only. It was between 230 to 250. It was always fluctuating
Hmm.
between this. Only in the last GT I got 259. In rest of GTs I got 230 to 250. If you ask me how frequently you should give GT, at least you should give 20 days once you should give GT. If not possible, at least till you finish your first reading, you should give monthly once GT. Once you finish your first reading, then you can give every 2 weeks once.
Okay. So what was the source of your GT? What was the platform from where you were giving GT, or you were giving from different places?
Sir, I gave 4 GTs in Prepladder, around 10 GTs in Marrow, sir.
Okay. Nice. So now one final question.
Yes, bro.
What's your message for the juniors who are going to prepare for next upcoming exam and for the
Yeah.
repeaters who are going to give this um, July FMG exam?
Uh, Sir, I would say please don't solely depend on the PYQs. They stopped asking PYQs anymore. I myself experienced in exam hall that none of the question I felt like they asked previously in any exam. Not even in NEET PGs, especially surgery questions, but like the questions of surgery is like they're not given much information in the question. It's all about how you interpret the image given, and based on the only if you've seen the cases in your clinical practice, if you've gone to some clinics or done internship, then only you can answer such questions. Such question not given in main notes also because I've read main notes of surgery,
Hmm.
but still I could not answer many questions because such questions you can only solve only if you have seen cases in your clinics. So prepare yourself. Uh, Subjects like ENT ophthalmology are very scoring. You should not, know, uh, mm, lose out
Leave it.
anything from those. Leave it, yeah. And also don't leave any subject. Subjects like Dharma and all easy scoring. You can easily score. You should make use of all those short subjects. Actually, you can if you read short subjects, you can score easily 50 marks from there. That only like all the short subjects. So yeah, you can do it. Passing FMG, yeah, it seems easy for me. I know it's difficult for many people. But what I would say is like don't mix up the You can choose whichever subject you want from different platform. But once you choose that platform, don't think that okay some information extra is given in some other platform. Yeah, I know. See, I'll share you one thing. When I started my pathology, I read from Preeti Sharma ma'am. I compared that with the Maroka content of revision videos. Every page, every line I compared. That took me like 2 3 days for comparing only. Like I was doubting everything. Like is it right what I'm doing? Because no, I don't know. I didn't had anyone to guide me. Like so I compared especially patho and pharma both I compared. So I took me like 5 days for that one only. Don't do that because if you spend 5 days for two subjects, it will take 50 days for 20 subjects. So don't do that.
Hmm.
Trust one platform, whichever platform if you want. As I said, I read from three platforms. I did from Marrow also, I did from Preparator also, I did from Cerebellum also. Choose whichever subject you want and stick to that one teacher. Trust her or trust him. Don't change the platform. And also, please just don't watch all the pop-up videos in YouTube. I know like every day hundreds of videos will come in each platform saying that this is recall, one-liners, image-based discussion, like hundreds of platforms are there. Everybody will post the recall session, image-based discussion. Please don't do that because see the content is be the same. Only the 10-15% will be extra. That's it. You think okay, this 15% is not given in my revision videos. Let me add that. For 50% content, you will waste 1 hour or 2 hour, and also. Please see, you can't remember all the things. Even if you think that 15% is important, but in the end, you will realize that in last 1 week, you'll realize that you can't revise anything more. Literally, I felt that last 7 days, I could not study the number of hours which I did in last 6 months. I studied only like 4 hours, 5 hours in last 3 days because I could not, because I didn't make any 20th notebook as such. So I didn't know like what to revise. There are a lot of books are there what to revise. I just made only the gradings and stagings list. Only those things I revised. And also seen like many of the YouTube influencers or they're making benefit actually, but they say their notes is best. You buy this one, revise this one. Please don't do all those things because see, I personally, I also bought from 2 3 people because I didn't feel like it's giving any extraordinary content or something. It's just like they copying the what do you say Maroka pearls and they're copying it, pasting it, and they're selling it for you because just because see once you are dropping once you failed in FMG, you might feel like okay, this content is important, that content may help. Actually, not actually. You just focus on the revision videos, revise. Revision is the key in FMG exam. Revise like 3 to 4 times. That is more than sufficient. Please don't chase new information, especially from second reading. Don't read even single word any new information. Just revise whatever you read in first reading. Do the same for third reading as well. This is the advice I can give you. I know after this also people will go search for new information. But that's up to you. You can do.
Okay. And GTs, MCQs, revisions. Okay. Revision,
Yeah,
huh?
yeah, custom modules. Can I say, Yeah.
Mhm.
See, custom modules. See, I didn't use custom modules effectively, but my friend advised me to do 100 custom modules every day. I did for a week, but I didn't do. What I did was like I solved all the Q bank actually. For example, if you take pathology, I solved all the 60 modules are there, I guess, in Marrow. I solved all the because what I felt a drawback in Q bank is the custom modules is there'll be overlapping. For suppose you solved 50 questions in the morning and you put 50 questions of the same subject in the evening, there'll be some question overlap. You feel like, okay, morning you solved that question, you got that in the evening. You felt like, okay, you got the more marks obviously. In the morning, you got the answers for those questions, and evening,
Hmm.
you
Hmm.
solved the same questions. You felt like, okay, you got 10 marks more. One of my friend told the same story. So what I advise you to do is like in first reading you do the Q bank. In second reading you solve the custom modules. That's what I did. In first reading I didn't do much of custom modules. All I did was Q bank only. I solved Q bank for most of the subjects actually. I advise you to do at least Q bank for the surgery, OBG, CM, and ENT ophthalm. These are scoring subjects. You should not leave out anything. Uh, it's better if you solve the Q bank. It will not take much time actually. You'll get a idea about all the areas, and it will cover up all the areas. It's not like only the PYQs. The problem, as I said, they're not asking PYQ anymore. They're not even asking the previous year topics as well. This time the question paper was totally different. It was more of a Neetpg and Inicet content, less of Fmge content. Especially surgery, they given less content of Fmge, more of a Neetpg and Inicet content. Also solve the last 6 years of NEET PG and at least 3 years of 2 to 3 years of INSCT as well. It's okay even if you get wrong, just practice those questions and they'll ask you one or two questions from that, easy questions only. If it is complicated, don't study. And also one more thing I want to tell you, please don't read any staging. Please don't read any staging. Please don't do any graphs or something like that. They'll not ask you all those complicated things. See, altogether, all the carcinoma, I asked my friend, she said altogether around 10 to 15 carcinomas are there, stagings. Uh, so even if you read all those things, altogether will come only for 2 marks, maximum 2 marks. This time, they didn't even ask one question also from carcinoma. They didn't ask any staging this year. So save that time because reading staging for 5 to 6 carcinomas itself it will take 3 to 4 hours. So
Hmm.
may, don't study all those things. They'll not ask you. Save that time. If you want to read carcinoma, just do the main basic things like oral carcinoma common in India, breast carcinoma common in India, cervical carcinoma common in India. So these three carcinomas, if you want, you can do. That's what I did. I just did only the oral carcinoma and breast carcinoma. I didn't even do cervical carcinoma. So just do the common ones. In FMG, they'll test you only the diseases which are common in India. They'll not ask you anything, rare genetical disorders. They don't do all those things. FMG is basically they want you to test that. Uh, do they really know what exists in India? They'll not
Hmm.
ask you any diseases which are rare to India or very rarely comes in India. They usually ask chikungunya, dengue, which are malaria. These are all endemic in India. Just make sure that you read all the cases which are endemic in India, more common in India, and especially community medicine. Do all the national programs and all those things. That's it. You can easily crack FMG. I feel. I know. I got a friend request of many people who attempted this FMG for third time, fourth time, fifth time. They all messaged me asking for the tips. See, as a person, I can share the tips. Ultimately, you should be taking care of yourself and read all the content and should be patient enough to revise all those things. I know. Even I felt that some days I felt like I'm not remembering any content of what I read last time. It happens. It happens to everyone. So don't worry much about that. Just finish one round of reading, then you practice GTs and revise the content again and again.
Okay. And one last question.
Yeah.
how many revisions did you do? What was your strategy for revision?
Sir, see, by the time I finished my first reading, it was already October 18th. So in second reading, I started on October 25th. I took a break of 1 week, then I started on October 25th, I guess. Yeah. So second reading, I took about 1.5 months, I guess, because I didn't want to rush through. By that time, the dates were not announced yet. I knew that it will usually comes in January second week or third week. So I didn't want to rush through the subjects. I wanted to give the same amount of time. So I just with every reading I reduced the uh, uh, number of days required for the revision. In second reading I gave about 1.5 months. In third reading I gave about 1 month to revise. So in revision, should you do the all the content what you read in first reading? It's not. You need not to do all the content. Mainly focus on uh, previous year topics of both Neetpg, Fmge, and last 2 years of Inicet. Inicet, it's like if you want to pass Fmge, you need not to do Inicet content. If you want to score good marks, it's better. I don't say the questions will come exactly from Inicet. At least it will help you to rule out the options because when you see some diseases name, you can easily rule out the options. Okay, this I've read somewhere. This is not
Hmm.
belong to this question. So that way it will help you. If you want to score more than 200, it's better if you do. I did 7 years of INACT. Just do na simply, just to get an idea like what standards the Indian students are reaching, where you should stand, or you should compete it. So just give it, and then yeah, and also I would recommend you to buy the Deepak Marwasarka FMG Solutions book. Um,
Hmm.
I solved all the questions from that Q bank as well. It's very helpful actually. So many questions also come from that. But there are so many one-liners in that book. They're not asking one-liners anymore. But it will give an idea. Like you'll get an idea like how the exams conducted before. I'm repeating again. Please don't just blindly follow the PYQs or previous year topics. Read all the content. Like even the FMG content also you read. The even the
Hmm.
Neetpg content also you read so that it will help you.
Hmm. At the same time, about review of your GTs, what's your opinion
Yeah.
on reviewing the GT?
See, I know personally when I review my first GT, it took me a lot of time. So I decided like I would review about 30 to 40 questions per day. Some days I didn't review, some days I reviewed. Uh, as I told in my beginning, I gave GTs like 20 days once or 30 days once.
Hmm.
So you can, even if you skip one day also, in 20 days, you can review all the GT, all the questions. Every day keep 30 questions, not more than that. Please don't keep more than 30 minutes. That's enough. 30 questions you review. I didn't write in any notes as such. In first GT, I wrote in my notes. Thereafter, I just annotated it on my revision notes only.
Okay. So thank you so much, Dr. Manoj. And once again,
Thank you.
congratulations for getting 256 marks. You have made your parents proud, you have made your colleagues proud. And as an FMG, I am also feeling good that nowadays the level of FMG, the level of people passing, and the level of
Yeah,
marks they are getting is getting high and high. So eventually, people
yeah.
will start seeing us as same as IMGs because many people say many things about FMGs and they think that we don't know much.
And also, I want to add one more thing that please don't trust recall sessions of any platform. It will not exactly simulate the questions appeared in FMG exam, main exam, because students frame their own questions, mix up two, three questions, and give their own questions to the teachers, and teachers make up their own frame their questions, and
Mm.
say that the questions appear directly from their Q bank. That doesn't true actually. Yeah,
Mm.
some questions will come, but not exactly same. Even the Q bank also it's not exactly the same. Exactly the same. So like you can trust, but not blindly trust all the questions.
Yes, right. So, okay. Thank you so much for this
Uh,
interview. Thank you so much for sharing your experience, sharing your timetable and everything.
Thank
And
you so much, sir.
I,
Thank you so much for having me in your show, and please continue to do. I am a subscriber to you like since 2 years, 1 year, I guess. I've been watching you all your videos. Please continue to do. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Take care. Goodbye.
Okay. Goodbye, sir.